Hey everyone, it is always great to be on your screen each month talking about Jesus, but this month is especially sweet because there is nothing sweeter than a bake-off. And let me tell you, my sweet tooth is always up for the challenge. Why are we baking this month? Well, because if there's one thing you need for baking, besides flour, sugar, and eggs, it is patience. Patience is waiting until later for what you want now. Patience isn't easy, especially when it comes to yummy baked goods. It's easy to say that you want to be patient, but it can actually be pretty tough to do. Like maybe you're waiting on your parents to stop working and take you to the park, or you're waiting on that spinning circle to stop spinning and just load your virtual class already. How about waiting for the next movie in your favorite series to just come out? It's not easy to be patient, to wait for what you really want. But think of it this way. What could you lose if you're not patient? There can be a lot at stake depending on what you're waiting for. There was a man whose story is in the Bible who had to learn this the hard way. Today, I'm going to tell you this story using emojis. Here are our emojis, so see if you can guess what emoji is going to pop up on the screen as you listen to the story. So let's get started. Early in the Bible, we learn about a man named Abraham. God had promised to make Abraham the father of a great nation, and God said that he would bless all people through him. So God began to fulfill this promise when Abraham had a son, and that son's name was Isaac. When Isaac grew up, he married a woman named Rebekah. It seemed that Isaac and Rebekah couldn't have children, but God kept God's promise. Isaac prayed, and God answered his prayer, and Rebekah became pregnant with twins. Rebekah could feel the twin boys struggling inside of her, and she went to ask God what she should do. And God explained to Rebekah why the boys were fighting. He said, 2 nations are in your body. 2 tribes are now inside of you that will be separated. One nation will be stronger than the other. The older son will serve the younger. The time came for Rebekah to have her babies. Esau was born first. He had a head full of red hair. And then Jacob was born, still holding on to Esau's heel. The boys shared the same birthday, but as they grew, that was the only thing they had in common. Esau loved to roam far out into the wilderness. He grew up and became a skilled hunter. Jacob, on the other hand, was happy to stay at home among the tents. He probably spent his day cooking. And one day, Jacob was cooking up some stew. He was baking some delicious bread to go with it too. Esau came in from the open country. He was very hungry after spending all day outside. And as he neared the camp, a delicious smell wafted out to greet him. Esau marched in and demanded that Jacob give him some food. Jacob saw how hungry and impatient his brother was, and he saw his chance. He told Esau, "First, sell me the rights that belong to you as the oldest son in the family." Whoa, hold up. Let's take a second to think about what Jacob was asking. Back then, the oldest son had the right to be the new leader of the family when the father passed away. Jacob was telling Esau to give those rights to him just for a bowl of stew. But Esau wasn't willing to wait. He said, "Look, I am dying of hunger. What good are those rights to me?" Jacob made Esau promise to trade his rights if he gave him some stew. And Esau did it. He couldn't wait. He promised his rights to Jacob just so he could fill his belly. Yikes. Esau sat down and enjoyed a delicious meal, but as his stomach filled up, he must have had time to stop and think again. He had traded away the rights of a lifetime for a meal that would last only a few hours, all because he couldn't wait. Have you ever acted like Esau? Have you ever given up something really important because you couldn't just wait until later? Whenever you're faced with a situation where you really need patience, it's important to remember that God provides what we need. Remember, if you don't wait, it could cost you. Ask God to help you have the patience to wait, and we will see you next time.